veggie that I think a lot of people wouldn't use at home, Richo, but it's something that we love to use in Indian cooking, and that's what we're going to cook with today.
I suppose this episode is all about the vegetables that we would normally walk past in the vegetable aisle.
And run away screaming from.
Stop, because they're really easy to cook and really, really delicious.
They are. And these are quite unusual. A lot of people avoid it because it's got a really gluey consistency. But you can see all we've done here.
It's like you can use fangs.
Oh, my goodness. Richo, all you need to do when you're making these, this is what I do, is just cut the top off and then cut it into rounds.
Now, my grandmother would call this bamia. She would cook it in an Egyptian way. That's where she was born. But I grew up eating them with tomato and garlic. It's a nice way of doing it. But I'm really looking forward to this selection of flavours.
Let's have a look. This is a family recipe, so I'm hoping that I can nail this.
Okay.
But I'm going to put some olive oil into the pan. So I've got extra virgin cold-pressed olive oil.
Lovely.
Now, I've used a little bit more than I normally would because, well, you need fats in your diet, and this is a good one.
Okay.
But also because the okra has this kind of gluey texture, you need a little bit more oil than what you think.
Yep.
Otherwise, it dries out completely. And it gets a bit embarrassing when you're serving it up.
Exactly.
So I've got my onion in. I'm going to pop in the mustard seeds and then some more curry leaves. Go on, touch them. He likes to touch them. He knows I don't often let him near my curry leaves.
No. Now, I've got ginger and garlic.
Yes, please. Could you dice away? Go for it. Ginger, garlic and chilli. And I'm going to get this slightly translucent. Beautiful, and these flavours are going to come together nicely. Let's turn the heat up in here for a second.
Look at that, it's come back up to a sizzle really, really quickly.
It has, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Induction's very easy to work with, I agree. But those curry leaves start to get really fragrant. Pop them in.
Garlic as well?
Yes,
Yeah,
go for it. Everything.
Okay.
Everything as you go.
All of this ginger?
Not all of it, but I do love ginger.
Okay.
Very good for nausea, actually. So for people who are pregnant, bit of ginger, maximum 1 gram a day.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yes.
It's also good for jet lag.
Oh, I don't know about that. I love that one of us is talking about evidence-based stuff.
I've been looking at a few medical books lately in the state library. I sort of go in there and try and study up on a few things so I can sort of keep up with some of the...
I'll let my colleagues know to watch out for you, my friend.
So I can keep up with some of the jargon that you come up with.
Oh,
so,
here we go.
You know what I mean?
Here we go.
You know, you're studying cooking and you're taking a big interest in my trade and my profession.
You're reciprocating the favour.
The least I can do is show a great deal of interest in your profession.
What are you reading, mate? I'd love to know.
I'm reading The Art of Surgery. If I can do that, I'll be able to, you know, maybe help people in a war zone, or when the zombie apocalypse does come, I'll be able to assist with...
Your knife skill. You've gone big on the chilli. I don't mind it. Wow.
You want it nice and big like this?
That's okay. Go for it.
I was looking at the okra or the bamia and I was thinking the same sort of size would be good. It would cook down and look nice.
Go for it. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's not my family recipe, but it's a bit of my family and a bit of Richo.
Okay, a little bit of Richo
there
in there as well.
Go for it.
I have kept the seeds in there. I would normally take the seed out.
But you know I like it.
How much you love the seed.
I do. Now, this is good. I'm glad you left the seeds in because I can feel the heat in my eyes. It's slightly painful, but in a good way. Now, we actually call this bindi. So I think every culture probably has a different name for it.
Bindi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. This is looking really nice. So I'm going to toss this around. Now, what you'll find is because it does have that gluey consistency, it can start to get a little bit kind of blackened at the bottom, but you want that. You don't want it burnt, but you want it slightly charred.
You want to sear it.
You do. You kind of want to sear it, and I'll show you as we go. But I'm going to let this go and keep a very close eye on it. We're going to get some roti on as well, and then we're going to eat it.
I love that.
Oh, yeah. Done. I'm going to pop that last roti onto the plate. Can you see how that's come together? A little bit charred, so you've got the slightly blackened bits in there, and the gluey texture that was really there initially has kind of dissipated.
I like it. And now you serve it quite firm still. I mean, it's charred and it's been cooked down.
Yes.
But I would normally cook it till it's a lot softer in the tomato sauce. But this is quite interesting. It's going to have some crunch to it as well.
It is. A little bit of crunch, but it's definitely softened, Chef. Don't you worry about that. He raises this late in the game.
I'll be the judge of that one.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Look at that. Simple, beautiful. Go on.
I'm going to tuck straight in. I'm really looking forward to tasting, you know, the Indian spices you've got in there, or the flavours of the curry leaves. I think that's going to be quite different because I like the tomato with it.
It's actually very simple. So, I mean, there's not actually any spices in there. It's the curry leaves, it's the mustard seeds. This is a very simple Indian dish, vegetarian, yummy food.
I like it because you get the full flavour of the okra.
Yep.
And there's none of that sliminess as well. You can feel the little seeds in there, which are quite nice, like little balls of caviar. Bit of spiciness to it. I think it's a great little dish.
There you go. He's an okra man.
Yes.